It was late October 1973, the start of deer hunting season. I headed out to the woods north of Bradford, a remote spot where you rarely see another soul. I had my rifle, some supplies, and set up on a small clearing to wait for dawn. It was around 4 in the morning, still pitch dark, when I noticed the forest had gone completely silent. No birds, no rustling animals, just a dead stillness. Even the wind had stopped, and the air felt heavy, like before a storm. I was sitting by my campfire when I heard a low hum, like something massive passing over the trees. I looked up and saw it. It was a bird, but unlike anything I'd ever seen. Its wings were wider than my truck, maybe 25 or 30 feet across, and they barely moved, as if it was gliding through the air. In the darkness, its body looked black as pitch, but its eyes, they burned a bright red, like two glowing lanterns, and they were staring right at me. I froze, unable to move, like it had pinned me with its gaze. The bird circled the clearing, and I felt the air pressing down on my chest. The hum grew louder, and I heard a sound like a crack of lightning, even though the sky was clear and full of stars. But the worst part was the feeling. I've hunted these woods my whole life, but I'd never felt terror like that. Like this thing knew I was there and wanted me gone. I grabbed my rifle, but I knew shooting would be pointless. It was too big, too unnatural. Then it let out a cry, sharp, metallic, like metal scraping on glass. That sound made my blood run cold, and the campfire I'd built suddenly went out, like someone had snuffed it. I bolted for the trees, hid behind a trunk, and watched as it slowly rose higher and vanished over the ridge. Even after it was gone, felt like it was still nearby, watching. I grabbed my gear and ran to my truck, not looking back. When I got to Bradford, I noticed my rifle, which I'd been clutching the whole time, was covered in some kind of soot, though I hadn't touched anything. I told the sheriff about it, but he just shook his head and said other hunters had seen strange things out there too. An old man in town said it was a thunderbird, and that it wasn't just a bird, but a spirit that punishes those who trespass in the forest. A week later, heavy storms hit those woods, and lightning set part of the forest on fire. I never went back to hunt there. Sometimes I still hear that cry in my dreams, and I wake up in a cold sweat.